Hello YouTube, Gentleman 2005 here with a review of the Uchu Sentai Kyuranger Kyutama Gattai DX Kyutama Cockpit Set 02. Right, so unlike sometimes when they give us things with an 01, they actually gave us an 02 this time, and this will give us cockpit versions of the Kyutama for Sasori, Washi, Tenbin, Hebit, Sky, and Ryu Kyutamas. No Koguma. Not sure why. Not sure if there's some kind of a set 3 eventually planned or something, or they're just going to ignore him completely because he's a little kid. Even though he's not an annoying little kid like most of them that are in Toku, he is still a kid. And I don't know, there might be some kind of a little kid bias going on there at Bandai. But in any case, box, right, we see you can have it open. These are them. Kyutama Gattai DX, Kyutama Cockpit Set 02, Sentai logo, show logo. Yeah, they are up there. Right, Ryuteo on the side, just swapping out Washi, or in place of Koguma. So you can see them, showing them all open, showing these are the 5 Voyagers with the cockpit Kyutamas in, and you can stand them on the little figures on there because they are kind of in scale with the Voyagers. Use the Kyutama with your Seiza Blaster, and then this is what you get in the box. The bottom just shows the 5 Kyurangers that you get Kyutama for, which is the even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So, what comes in this box? Sasori, Tenbin, Hebit, Sky, Washi, and of course we did not leave enough room, Ryu. And then we have Little Stinger, Little Balance, we're just not going to even bother, Little Naga, Little Raptor, and Little Commander right there. So again, let's real quick get a look at these tiny figures. Right, they are colored in the appropriate plastic. They are just like with the first set. They are detailed like their Kyuranger. Right, you can see Sasori orange right there. Now they didn't bother to give him a tail. That probably been a little bit too difficult. But some of the other details are there. Right. Tenbin Gold. Right here, you can see he's got a lot of some of the armor that we see on the suit. Right there. Hebit Sky Silver. Right there's Naga. There is, and it's a little hard to see. Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. There is a little bit of the detailing. Now, if you hold it up close, you can kind of see they tried to scale it a little bit, right, as best you can with a tiny figure. Washi Pink, right, they did put her wings on there. They're not sticking out, but they're molded, so that's cool. At least they kept some of the detail, right? And they got, well, they're all like joined together. So they put a skirt on her, but they're all joined together like that. Now Ryu Commander does have his little cloak, and you can see his design. I mean, they tried to really make it look like him, which is great. Which is great. So, just like before, right, this is your Kyutama. Let's focus on it. It is just blank on the front here, right? We can see it will open. Right, there is the Sasori symbol there. It does have pins on the bottom. Now, this is the one from the first set for Shishi. Same pin configuration right there. But we'll still do it in the Seiza Blaster just for completion's sake. But it should be the same sound. We'll see. So we're gonna stick him in, right? Tenbin Gold, right? We see the balance, the Libra. Now, these do flip around. Why? Well, because that way, if you want to have them facing this way, you can. Depending on what you're doing with them, right? So or how you're facing them in the Voyager and what position they're in. So, 10 bin gold. Habit Sky Silver, his is already partially turned, I guess, from when I took him out a minute ago to prep for this. There's the little Fieka symbol right there. Washi, pink, you can see the eagle right there for Aquila. And Ryu, there's the dragon right in there. And we will stick him in his cockpit. So there we have them. So we can, right, we'll bring in the Voyagers and we'll stick them on. So we can, you know, stick it on like this. I'll take, so here's the 10-bin Voyager, right? Pulling that one off, putting this one on. If he were to be seated properly, and I didn't just like throw this thing around, there we go, somewhat in place. You can see him sitting in the cockpit. There we go, now that we're back in focus, right? So 10-bin Sasori. Same thing with Habit Sky. All right, so let's try and do it gently the first time. All right, Habit Sky. Washi. All right, she's in the tail. And Ryu, because and I'm gonna leave him in the Ryu Teo mode. Pull that one out, and where's his? His is right here. All right. Okay, slide him back. He's just gonna knock Balance and Naga out the way and be like, "I'm in charge. Back it up, son." Right. So there you go. Right. That's now we can go ahead and no, we went this way because we're gonna put on this arm. Right. Do this. Come on. We'll just stick them this so we can see it, right? What it looks like. You see the little characters in their Kyutama. If I wanted to, right before I put them in there, just like we did with the Kyurano one, we can like stick it in and they'll be open, and that makes me paranoid because of the tiny little figure. Like if I bump it, I might lose him just like that. So I like to leave him closed. Now I can't keep him in there without dropping him. Just stay. There we go. So yeah, that's what you're gonna see. Again, this has no lights or anything, but if you put them in Kyurano, normally it would light up the whole thing and you see the pretty picture. Again, with these, you will just have the border light, right? You're not gonna have the full light effect that you would with the DX Kyutama. But again, you have the added benefit of I can now take these DX ones and display them on my shelf all pretty. So, you know, it is a trade-off, certainly. So yeah, let's just bring them back in here like we did before. All right, so there we go. Our second Kyutama Cockpit set. Yeah, you know, definitely if you want to have your DX Kyutama on the shelf, this is an inexpensive way to do it, right? You do get little figures of these 5, especially if you got the first set, right? At least you get you get the first 10. They don't have a Koguma, but I don't know if, you know, Kotaro's going to get a release in a 3rd set or not, or what they're going to do, but at least you'll get 10. I'm actually surprised they gave us the 2nd set, so that's cool. I mean, granted, another option is to buy candy, toy, or capsule releases of these Kyutama, and you put them in the mecha. However, you won't get the cockpit look like you would with, you know, lit up DX Kyutama or these. So kind of whichever route you want to go, but definitely, it is a pretty decent possibility. And we actually didn't do the sounds I just realized I did not do the sounds in the Seiza Blaster. So we're gonna grab purple real quick. Oop. That's awesome. There you go. The same thing, right? The same light for Kyutama. Nothing at all different than when we had Cockpit Set 1. Right, so all 10 of these, same little generic Seiza Blaster sounds. So, there we go. Now we're done. Yeah, there's not much else to say. So until next time, check out the podcast, RouseRangersRambles.com, bringing you the latest Toku news in the craziest way possible. As always, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.